I'm Lily.
And I'm Kiev. And welcome to the portal of our minds.
We have been taught, you die and then you go to heaven. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't click because we don't die. We don't die. We're spiritual beings.
Our energies existed since the beginning of the universe.
This sack of
creation.
This sack of meat decays, but our soul doesn't. Energy doesn't die. It's impossible.
Hey guys, and welcome back to another piece of our minds. And today what we have for you is an epiphany about heaven.
Well, I was pretty hesitant on sharing this information because it's pretty out there.
It's not meant for the weak.
I know how to get to heaven. Matter of fact, I've been there. Matter of fact, we've both been there. Matter of fact, any of us can get there at any time, and we don't even have to die to get there because I can go there right now if I want to. And guess what? I'm here right now, baby, talking to you from the kingdom. So, everything's vibration. We know that. We're all vibrational beings. We're all spiritual beings living this human experience. That is what we all are. We were all one and the same. So I realized that when our vibration is high, which is the highest frequency is love and grace, we are in the state of manifestation. This is where we can manifest anything we want, and we can manifest it so fast. When we were down here in the states of anxiety, fear, depression, guilt, doubt, we're literally just kind of like wasting our life.
The world's programmed and the world is ran to keep us out of low vibration.
It is. The news is always spreading bad news. Music. This is why I don't consume these things, because
TV.
What you consume consumes you. And I don't just mean, like I just said, I don't just mean through your mouth. I mean through your eyes, your ears, your everything. What you consume, you become. So watch the vibrations that you're consuming, because if you're consuming these low vibrations, you're gonna be down here. But something that I realized is when you're in these high frequencies like love and grace, you're literally in heaven.
It literally feels like you're in a whole different world, and it's amazing.
It's like a high. And here's the thing. When you're at these high vibrations, these low vibrations can't penetrate. So there's no such thing as fear up here. There's no such thing as depression. There's no such thing as anxiety, stress. You are 100% at peace. And this is where we want to be. But the impasse. But the environment that we're in is constantly jabbing us with bad news, constantly jabbing us with guilt, constantly jabbing us with you're not good enough, constantly jabbing us with this. And so we need to ignore that. We need to let go of that. Yes, learn how to meditate and observe the thoughts that are going through your head, because most of your thoughts, matter of fact, almost all your thoughts are not your thoughts.
Remember, we talked about this in a previous video.
It's what you've been feeding. It's what has been getting fed to you your whole entire life. That's what your thoughts are. And 95 or like 98% of your thoughts are the exact same thoughts you had the day before, and the day before, and the day before that. Because it's a program. Something that you do every single day, that is a program. Now, we can break these programs and rise up. The system that we're in has been keeping us at these low vibrations of fear and anxiety to the point where it's even separating us from our neighbors. We're supposed to all be brothers and sisters here, but instead we've been programmed, for some pretty good reasoning, but we've been programmed to not talk to strangers, to kind of like keep to ourselves. This is why so many young kids and so many people are just shy and have social anxiety and just don't want to express themselves or can't express themselves, because they are so driven by this fear and judgment that has been inflicted on us for a lot of us, since the day that we were born. So my whole thing is that in order to get to heaven, all you have to do is raise your vibration.
Reprogram your subconsciousness to be about love.
Rise up, and then boom, like you're there. And it really is up there. So like when people say, oh yeah, heaven's up there, it really is, because you're literally rising your vibrations. You're ascending into that vibration. That's literally what it is. So like
heaven is what you make it.
And when you're down here, it's supposedly hell, because you're below the surface or whatever. But that's what anxiety and depression is. And anxiety and depression is all caused by self-doubt, and it's all caused by not having faith that you have so much power to create whatever it is in this world that you want. If you can imagine it in your mind, you can hold it in your hands. I'm going to say that again. If you can imagine it in your mind, you can hold it in your hands.
In your hand. You have to fight those demons in order to reach the light. You have to, in order to feel that unadulterated love and euphoria and peace and that complete love, you have to start with self-care before you can move on. You really have to go in and believe in yourself that anything is possible and you're capable of doing anything in this place, because this is all your own reality. Your reality is what you make it. If you want to live your whole life miserable, and I know a lot of people go through tough times, and yes, it's okay to have having depressing moments in your life is okay. It's all part of growth.
Exactly. It's part of being human.
It's part of being human. We have to go through that in order to get to this love frequency. And this love frequency, it feels so good. When we first got together, oh my goodness, let me tell you, it was so euphoric. It was like ecstasy filled, there was just so much joy. It felt like we were in a different dimension. We were in our own dream.
Yes, it felt like a dream. So when you're in this dream state, so we know that when you're in a dream, especially if you know that you're in the dream, lucid dream, you can do whatever you want. So when you were in, I think I already said this, but this is our second take, so I did already say this, but when you're in that love frequency is when you can manifest whatever you want.
Yes.
So when we first were going through that for the first couple of weeks, the first month of holy crap, this is amazing, it was literally like a dream, we started to manifest like crazy. Every single thing we talked about wanting, all of a sudden we had it.
It was just getting handed to us, and it
was just getting handed
miraculous. We're like, what? This is insane. Everything we've talked about is just coming to fruition, and it's
we want a new air fryer. Oh, boom! All of a sudden we got a new. Someone was like, hey, we're getting rid of an air fryer. You want it? I was like, man, I really want a couch, and make it look more homey in here. Boom, his mom, you want a free couch? We're getting a new one, so we're just giving this one away.
Heck yeah.
Yup, literally so many things. So basically, we live in a world that induces anxiety, and we live in a world that induces fear from the media, from the news, everything.
This world is based on keeping our vibrations low until you have that awakening where you realize what's real.
Yes. Everything that we consume is here to bring down, not everything, but a lot of things that are here to bring down our vibration. Like the news is always bringing us bad news. The media is always bringing us bad news. People buy into bad news because that's what a lot of people are resonating at.
This world is ruled on laws, and one of the most powerful laws is the law of attraction. Mm-hmm. So whatever you're vibrating at is what you're going to attract.
Yes.
If you're vibrating at that euphoric love frequency, you're going to gain in manifestations that you wanted so much. They're going to come to you so quickly.
Mm-hmm.
But like we said before, you have to truly love. In some instances, it literally feels like a click in your chest where it's just like boom. And that's literally what it felt like for me. It literally felt like it was like a snap, and then I was like, whoa.
It's literally like you're opening a door and entering into a whole another dimension, especially just that true unconditional vibration of love and just being grateful for this moment.
It's unlike anything you've ever experienced before.
I was just going to say that. It's unlike anything I've ever experienced before. And the thing is when you can stay in that state, when you can stay up here in heaven in this love and vibration of love and grace, is when you truly made it. We live in a world that is trying so hard to keep us at this low vibration, because when we're at this low vibration, that's where we can be controlled, and that's where we have fear, which lowers your immune system. All these things.
Fear is detrimental to the health.
Yes, and when we're in this fear, and when we're so easy to control like this, they're literally separating us from everybody. That was literally the world order, wasn't it? Divide and conquer.
Divide and conquer.
Because when we're all in as a team, that we are so strong.
This world is literally, the world government literally feeds off of our negative
emotions. It does,
but
when we have all this Republican, Democrat, all this bullshit, it's keeping us apart. It's keeping us fighting. It's keeping this negative tension, yes, when we're supposed to be coming together and
we're all
loving.
Humans. How hard is it to understand that we're supposed to be together and work together?
Right?
It doesn't make any sense. We're not Like, no matter what the race is, like, how hard is it to understand that we are all humans? It's not that hard to understand.
We're the same.
We all have
same.
blood flowing through our veins. We all have a freaking skeleton. We all have eyes. Like,
hearts, lungs.
Hearts.
We all have the same
these organs.
things. And we're all here to come together.
We weren't placed on this world to freaking destroy each other over territory and human ego. We're supposed to work together to look at Naruto, for example. After Naruto and them won the Great Ninja War, what? All the nations came together to make a united nation. After they realized what it is that trust and love are what guides us. Trust and love, like, that is it's frustrating, but we need to go through all this in this time to truly understand each other, because when it gets to the end, and if it does go, it's not going to go sideways, but if it ever did, we'd look back and be like, yo, we could have changed this if we changed how we feel about each other. Why should we shouldn't be trying to wipe each other out? On that note, we hope you guys stay in love, stay happy. Please find that self-work, do that shadow work to find that love for you, because we want to see every single one of you guys at this love level.
This is why we're doing what we're doing.
We want to bring you guys from here up to here.
Yes.
And we're going to be with you guys no matter what.
Always.
So with that being said,
peace.
Love you
guys.